The MG3 is a Super Mini you probably won't have considered, yet it's fun to drive, practical to own, and vastly more affordable than the conventional choices in this segment. This revised version offers sharper looks, a smarter cabin, and improved media connectivity. If you don't need class-leading efficiency and you're prepared to forgive a few rough edges in return for the big savings on offer, then it could rank as a very clever choice.
There are no changes beneath the bonnet of this much improved MG3, so as before, it soldiers on with the brand's normally aspirated 1.5 litre petrol unit and a 5-speed manual gearbox. As before though, a little compensation comes with the news that it develops a healthy 105 brake horsepower. That's substantially more than you get in the entry-level versions of other competing Super Minis. That means a reasonable turn of speed. Rest to 62 is achievable in 10.4 seconds en route to 108 miles an hour top speed. Now, though it's true that most of this car is Chinese, many of the bits that really matter are British through and through, and that's an observation that is especially true when it comes to the elements concerned with ride and handling. Now, this was tuned for European roads by a team at Longbridge, and they've done a fine job. Now, there are suppler riding cars in this class and there are more sportily suspended ones, but there are a few models of this kind that we've tried that manage to achieve a better combination of both attributes over good roads and bad. Of course, you can't have everything. Refinement needs improving. The gear change, that's somewhat imprecise. And efficiency is well off the class standard. NEDC 2 figures suggest 47.1 mpg on the combined cycle and a CO2 emissions reading of 140 grams per kilometre. Still, you can forgive this MG much for its low price and its chirpy personality. In short, there are a few really inexpensive cars that we'd enjoy driving more than this one. This revised MG3 borrows much from its XS SUV showroom stablemate, primarily this enlarged full-frame grille with its enlarged MG octagonal badge. As before, all the expected modern design cues are certainly present and correct. Blacked out A-pillars, a wraparound windscreen, twinkling daytime running lights and sharply sculpted crease lines. In short, there's certainly nothing economy-minded about the way that this thing looks. And it's also more personalisable than most other Super Mini segment models, if you like the idea of bright colours and sporty stripes. Inside, the brand seems wisely to have devoted nearly all of this facelift model's improvement budget to bringing the cabin up to date, and the effort's paid off. The primary change is the installation of a completely new dashboard, and that's needed because for this upgraded car, the designers had to incorporate this new 8-inch centre dash colour touchscreen. Now, this comes standard, providing you avoid entry-level trim, and you have to have this if you're going to get things like DAB digital radio and an Apple CarPlay feature, which lets you duplicate smartphone functions onto the fascia screen and use your favourite apps. Now, there's also a freshly added 3-spoke wheel, and through this you view a clearly designated set of red-tinged instrument dials. Right, let's take a seat in the rear. Headroom here is genuinely impressive, and for this class of car there's a reasonable amount of legroom too, thanks to the way that these front seat backs have been sculpted. A couple of 6-footers will be perfectly comfortable, and 3 kids quite happy. And out back, well, the boot isn't the biggest in the class, but it's certainly very class competitive. You'll get 256 litres if, as we would, you elect to carry a spare wheel rather than a silly little puncture repair kit. Otherwise, there's 285 litres on offer. MG's modern era may have begun with the Chinese takeover in 2007, but in real terms, its future as a credible manufacturer actually started with this car, the MG3. It may not be the very cheapest Super Mini you can buy, but it's supremely affordable and it delivers far more character than its closest Dacia-branded competitor for not much more money. It is, in short, another truly class competitive modern era contender from this Chinese brand. A car that deserves to be taken seriously and, rather surprisingly, in every way that really matters, a proper MG.